Welcome back. What's good, everyone? Happy Good Friday, everyone. Hope you had a decent week. I wanna talk about my first article that I've written, and give talk about what it is, and continuing on what my previous articles have been pronounced, and so on. And of course, as usually, the way you can follow me is on Twitch. I think there are like 3, 4, 5 days a week, but usually over the weekend, no. And obviously, you can also catch on the other social media that are the links in the description below. And of course, I always appreciate it if likes, subscribe, and daily followers are to be found, and this just helps. Of course, let's not wait further, and let's continue with what I want to talk about. This is about the potential games developers that have been hearing about, seeing like talking about the games price, and like certain companies that are like really eager to drop the games pricing over top all the way up to the $100 per game or something, or the game you own is not for the game, or gamers should accept they don't own the game even though they have purchased the game. No, and this thing I'm gonna say this: I don't mind if the game will cost $100, right? But there's a big but. The game itself must fulfill the $100 price tag, equals or more to the actual game content. That is without any need of the extra DLCs, battle passes, cosmetics, pay to wins, any sort of that's excluding any live services, extra services, in-game shops, like extra DLCs, like paid DLCs, even like little small microtransaction type, and so many other, and the game itself need to have. And it is subscriptions and like live and extra, and those extra services are part of it. They should be included in that in that price tag range now in that game already. And a minimum of a, let's say, 100 hours in-game playtime that needs to be able to be replayable, and it needs to be worth being $100 game price tag now. Otherwise, it's like like you have a menu, you're going to a restaurant, and you have the food meals on the menu. You order with the menu, the food, the meal that has also the price tag on that, and you get the food served there, but it's not the way it is described as it is, and or it's not the same as, does not have the same value as it is pronounced with the price tag on the menu. And then even though in that regards the customer has the right to ask things that he has been wanted for in the from the menu, that is also illustrated on the menu, right? If the service or the providers can't serve or provide that specific order from that menu that has been illustrated with that specific price tag, now they just don't even serve it, because it's either not being able to produce on that mature level of how it's supposed to be, or it is a scam, and customers will actually leave and comment with the better stay away from that restaurant. Period. Right. The same thing can be applied with the games. No, tell me about the games that have been in recent years are overpriced, and the amount you get to play in the game is literally a couple of hours and it's done. Right. Then you have couple of multiplayer mode if it has, but then the person who want to buy or did buy the game did not buy for the sake of the multiplayer, right? It bought maybe for the sake of just the single player campaign, and that's it, no? And that's buying the game. The single player campaign is definitely not worth for €100 if it's just 3, 4, 5 hours max now. So basically, game price equals to the actual game content. When a game is set to be released or sold, ready to be sold as a finished product, it needs to have the set of promises that have been given us throughout the teasers, trailers, game access, early access, trailers, demos, gameplays, early reviews, Q&A, QA testers, all of this, no, that must be fulfilled. If not, it happens what happens, right? If you get to buy good games with a good amount of money and the game is not finished or is not as received as had been promised with the set of promises at the beginning, what is to be expected in such of events? Of course, we're getting to rebel with that. It's like customers aren't happy with that. Neither will you be happy if you bought a product that's meant to be a finished product with this certain price tag volume, no, value, right? And you get to see like, a quarter piece of it is only on having a quarter piece of something, and the rest is like missing, and it's not really that taste or great that way it should expressed or should have been the way it's been displayed in the menu, for example. No, that's things like this is of course a things that will actually call for the incentive to be, no, thank you, I don't want it, I want my money back, right? And customers that do have the right to do it regardless, no. So what happens if there's a betrayal or a red flag on a money transaction, and or let's say like this, what happens usually, right, when there's dishonest transaction trade, like a transaction that gets red flagged and it gets investigated, right? So what happens to the money? What happened to the money? What was the purpose of this for this money transaction, this and that, now? And usually it will get punished, right, sentenced or fined, right? But what happens in the gaming industry if you do the same approach? You sell the game and you buy the game, but the game itself is like, you don't just sell a game, you sell a full-fledged priced game, right? But the game itself contains like at least is not even is maybe maximum 50% ready or finished product, and it has tons of unfinished content. Let's say unfinished, lack of content. Definitely overpriced product for that 50% of the content that was been sold to and purchased for the customers now. Then you have all this, we could say in-game technical problems that is as awful to play as a ready product now. And, you get all this sort of, no wonder why you will have bad reviews on that. It is very unplayable, lack of content. It's really not the same thing that has been promised us in the trailers, in the gameplays, through the teasers, all these other reviews that have been seen in front, And the thing is, those things don't get punished. The only ones get punished in that scenario are the ones that buy the product. These are the gamers that buy the products, right? And we have to pay for the so-called mistakes, or for the things that actually are from the developer side, from the ones that has been produced from, but it's the players who buy the game that is meant to be a finished product, right? But it turned out that but it turns to be a not finished product. It turns to be, let's say, less than the minimum of in-game playtime that is like meant to have is halved, even quarterlized. No, it's you can say it's the whole game feels dull, empty. There's nothing to do. It meant to be like massive, let's say, a massive online player mode that is only you can see yourself. In a single player mode, you can just play a single player mode, right? And you have this lack of content. The maps and the world building feels like dull, like copy and paste, and all this. For example, no. And of course, and of course, it gets bumped with of these extra DLCs, battle passes, cosmetics, microtransactions, paid DLCs, right? Even $1, $2, there are still microtransactions that shouldn't have been there in the first place. And of course, possible potential paid events features, this and that. And of course, it's what this makes the game just awfully. And of course, at the end, how shall we trust uh, the, the thing that we get? You know, when we want to buy the game and they buy it for the price tag that has been offered or sold to us or has been sold to us now, and instead what we get is the opposite, and of course we are not happy. No one would be happy of that. So, in my sense, if it's that simple, if it fulfills the the minimum requirements of certain game in-game playtime, that that is replayable as many you can as it has to be it needs to be replayable, right? It needs to have enough content for that to fulfill the need of that price range, tag range in that product as a game finish, right? And then only then, and then I can say I agree to pay. Or it's only then I can say it's agreeable to pay, and I'm ready to pay and buy the game for this certain amount of money, on the price tag. Even if it's $400, I'm ready to buy it if that if it fulfills the minimum requirements for the game product to be played or to be used. At the end, without any extra needs that uh, was is like not say not needed or to be a necessary thing that makes the already product or the already finished product, the already game finished product, uh, more than more than $100, and yeah, I mean, tell me what you think about what was your game price? What is your what was your game that you spent the most money on that you were on the other side disappointed and you really wanted to money back but you cannot because it's either it was not possible or the game has died a bit of support and this and that, and yeah, leave me down in the comments below in this section or tell me what you think about it. And otherwise, I'm gonna cut the bombshell in here and leave it here till next time, right? And otherwise, I'll be seeing you then in the next one. Cheers.